Uh, Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTube family, wherever you are around the world. Yes, Queen Poetry 73 here. Just sitting here at the park. It's one of the things that I like to do after, a day's work. Just come and, you know, play the day back, get my thoughts together. Kind of see where God moved, yes, in the day. But most of all, I want to get on here and talk to you all and find out what are you saying to yourself. Words are very powerful. Words are spirits once they're released out of your mouth. And once they're released out of your mouth, they have to go and do that which they are sent to do. So whatever you say out of your mouth, it goes into the atmosphere and it's going to land on whatever you've said. Okay, so my question today is, what are you saying to yourself? How are you building yourself up? How are you edifying yourself? Okay, so edification, saying something nice, building another person up when they've accomplished something, or have been successful, and just, using, edification or to build that person up. And as well as you can build up someone, you can also build yourself up. You can edify yourself. You can be determined. You can be committed. You can be smart working. You can be motivated. You can be, a generator. You can be inspired. You can be empowered. You can be uplifted. You can be all those things and many, many more. But it's what you're telling or what you are speaking to yourself. Because the word of God tells us from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. One translation. And then in another translation, it says that from the heart flows the issues of life. So what are you saying out of your mouth? What is coming out of your heart? What are you thinking about yourself? Do you believe that you can be the next top model? Do you believe that you can be the next motivational speaker? Do you believe that you can write that book that you've been planning to write for however long? Do you believe that you can have what you say you can have? Do you believe those things? Because the word of God says that so as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're thinking it, then you shall have it. What are you saying to yourself? How are you edifying yourself? How are you encouraging yourself? Okay? So I just wanted to get on here and just find out, what are we saying to ourselves when we present ourselves? Are we saying what God says, or are we saying what thoughts Satan has lingered or have lingering around or dangling in front of us? Are we thinking that? Okay? This is a thought. I just wanted to know, what are you thinking? What are you saying to yourself? When you go and apply for that job, when you walk in there and you know that you studied the material, you've dressed accordingly, you've done your research on the company, and you walk into that job. Are you confident when you walk into that job? Because the word of God tells us to be bold and to be courageous. You have to be confident, to gird yourself up, encourage yourself, inspire yourself, edify yourself. Okay? So, you can have what you believe that you can have. Again, so as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're saying I'm healthy, wealthy, and prosperous, then you shall be that. But if you tear yourself down with the negative things, then you'll be that too. It's what you believe. It's according to your faith, how you believe. Okay? So I'm just here to say, just, continue to, build yourself up, encourage yourself. Because when one won't, another one, if they don't, you will have to encourage yourself if someone else won't do it for you. Because it doesn't make sense for somebody else to do something for you when you can do it for yourself and build yourself up. And then you know that it's coming from a meaningful place within yourself. Okay? So I just wanted to get on here and just speak to you guys. I just sitting at the park and, looking at nature, and how God spoke a thing and it came into existence. He said, let there be light, and there was light. Let there be darkness, and there was darkness. Dominion, power, in the earth, God has given us the authority to command things, to speak things into existence. And it shall do that if you speak it. If you delight yourself in him, he'll give you the desires of your heart. Okay? So I'm just wanted to give you some edification. Just encourage yourself. You are that teacher. You are that writer. You are that singer. You are that engineer. You are that technician. You are whatever you say you are. I can be what God has called me to be. I am what God says that I am. You are. God has given us so much authority and power to be oracles in the earth, to speak for him, to say what he says, just as Jesus did, to say what he said and believe it. It's according to your faith. God is not a respecter of person. He's a respecter of faith. What he did once, he'll do twice. But because he did it for so-and-so doesn't mean that God won't do it for you. He just might do it in a different way, but God is going to do it. He's a God that he cannot lie. So again, I am Queen Poetry 73. I just wanted to get on here and find out, what are you saying to yourself? How are you edifying yourself? How are you motivating yourself? How are you building yourself up? You can't stay in a stupor. You can't stay stagnant. You got to speak to that thing. You got to make that thing move. That mountain has to go because you commanded it to move. That is the word of God. Okay? So it's there. You got to get it in you. Get it deep down in you. And utilize it. Revolve it. It's there. God has given you that. So again, I'm Queen Poetry 73. Here for, speaking on edification and building yourself up. And what are you saying to yourself? But at this point, I want you to be uplifted, be empowered, be inspired, be encouraged, be confident, be bold. Because you can't be a kitten going into a lioness fight. You can't do that. You got to be a lioness going into a lioness fight. Okay? So to you all out there, I want you to have a safe, blessed, prosperous day. Okay? That was like a tongue tie, but it came through. I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. And self-love. Why? Because he loved you first. And until next time, I love you guys. Peace. Aye.